So Mark, can you walk us through the process of KinAiry?
I would break it up into like three main pieces. The first being the setup, and this is all guided by the standard. So the setup, the standard has certain requirements about where the tracker needs to be positioned relative to the measurements that you're taking. Also, the orientation that the bar is in, and that's all geared around the analysis that was done by NIST years ago in, being able to do a full volumetric check of the tracker. All of these positions are geared toward exercising those tracker to hit all of the mechanical features within the tracker. So that first piece is the setup. We're set up correctly here. The second step is to actually calibrate the bar. And that's the use of the mirror that I spoke about earlier. And in that, you go through a process to make sure you bucket in, which just means that you're getting really good alignment with all of the points, and the tracker head does not have to move going from point A to B to C. And in that process, we calibrate the length of the artifact. And then the third step is really moving into the actual test. And in that, it involves several movements of the bar. The very first one is when we take the bar and we elevate it above the eye of the tracker. The requirement is that it's a half a meter above the eye of the tracker. The second position is we bring it down and we measure it in this position right here, which is the second position. The third position is we rotate it to the vertical orientation. Keith's showing you how you loosen the positioner, you move it to that vertical orientation, and we do a check there. And then the last one is a distance check, and it's where we take the tracker and we move it relative to the bar. And that distance check is really at the user's discretion, and it's something that really depends on their measurement volume and space. So if you're measuring something large, you probably want to get a significant distance. So they add that in, and it's up to the user to decide what that distance is. Another thing to point out is in every one of those positions, we get measurements at point A, B, and C. And at every point, not only do we get it in front face, but we also get it in back face. We make the tracker do a complete 180 to measure that in two positions. One other thing to point out is there were 4 positions we just went through. We missed one. The fifth one is that when it's in the horizontal position, we're going to take the body of the tracker and loosen it and rotate it 90 degrees. And when you think about it, we're working in the tracker's coordinate system. So we essentially just moved everything 90 degrees with a very simple move of the tracker. So that is our fifth position.